Hey guys, I want to make a quick video here about near-death experiences and a book that I'm reading on the topic that basically chronicles hundreds of people over the last 50 years from all over the world that don't know each other, that haven't shared stories. Some people are blind, some people can't hear, they have different disabilities. Some people, are perfectly healthy, but basically individuals that passed away because of some sort of trauma, car accident or drowning, but then they were brought back to life through CPR or some medical procedure or through a miracle they came back to life. But they had died for, let's just say, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes and were revived. And what's super interesting is like the common things that these people say. And the most common is this extremely bright light and joy and peace that they feel that's unexplainable, that they can't put into words other than it's just such a powerful, bright light. And then a feeling of closeness to loved ones, of seeing loved ones in this other place, and just feeling a sense of joy to be with them, even without words. It's just like it's like almost like your soul speaking to the other people. Definitely some people saw Jesus. When what's interesting is some of the blind people described Jesus, what he looked like, what he was wearing, and these people were blind their whole life, so they had no way to describe clothes and beards and long hair and stuff because they had never seen it before. But when they were passed away in heaven or this other place, they could see things that they could never see before. They could see themselves in the hospital being operated on. One person said in the operation, who was blind, that a nurse took her bracelet off and put it in a drawer, and a couple weeks later she told the nurse, when she came back to life blind, that she saw, because the nurse couldn't find the bracelet, so she told this lady, hey, it's in this drawer in this room, you put it there during my surgery. And the nurse was like, how's that possible? How could you have seen that? But she was basically having an out-of-body experience, like looking at her body in the hospital room from the outside, like a out-of-body experience. And there's many stories of that, like that are super interesting. But and then so the bright light, the closest to Jesus, the looking at your life in the reverse order, which I've heard a lot about. So when you pass away, you'll basically do a review of your life at judgment in the reverse order. So basically from the time you pass away to when you're a child, you'll look at all the events in your life backwards. Many people describe that. I think it was like 92% of the people saw a light, like 85% of the people saw Jesus, like 70% of the people had this review going backwards. Other people gained knowledge in the afterlife that they never had before, or a skill. So when they came back to life, they had skills that they never had before, and no one could explain how they gained the skill. So yeah, pretty amazing. But one of the questions that Jesus asked many of these people is, how much did you love when you were on earth? So the question is, when you were, like, how did you know me, right? So how did you know Christ? And then when you lived your life, how much did you love like I loved, or Christ loved when he was on earth? And that's a pretty consistent question he asks, is how did you love when you were on earth? I think that's pretty powerful, and something to be thinking about, of how did you love your family, your friends, everyday people that you met with. What are those interactions like? Are they interactions of love, or are they interactions of something else, frustration, or it's a fascinating question to be asked at the end of your life, and something for us to all be thinking about and working on, is truly loving your neighbors, as Jesus said to do, and then meeting again negativity and hate and anger with love. So that's how you stop that cycle of anger and hate, right? And how you stop war is by somebody stepping up and saying, you know what, you wronged me, I'm not happy about it, but you know what, I'm going to move forward to peace and love and not hate. So anyway, super interesting. Wanted to share that with you guys.